Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, could you please help me with the topic that we have discussed in the last session? What was the topic that we have discussed in the last session?
Slicing, sir.
Sorry? Hello, guys, am I audible to you?
Slicing, sir. Slicing, sir.
Okay, we have started slicing.
Yes, sir. Indexing.
Indexing, and we have started citing, right? Okay, fine. So let's say I'm creating a string called s equals to python Python. 1 second. So how to create a string? I'm starting a quote. I'm writing a python Python programming. Let's say Python programming. So this is a string I am creating. So I have created this string. I have created this string and I have stored into a variable called s. So now, what is a string? It's one of the data type in Python. So if you observe a string, so string is not a single, it's a group of characters. That means there are a lot of other characters together placed and formed a complete string. So now, if you ask the interpreter, hey interpreter, what data that is stored inside a variable s, then the interpreter will tell you that it's Python programming. This is a string that has been assigned to a variable s. So now you can even ask and even you can access an individual character from this string, like s of 0, as we discussed. The indexing starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc., etc. So whichever the character that you are trying to access, the respective indexing number has to be provided to the interpreter so that it will fetch the data as per their input. So for example, I can ask like interpreter, hey interpreter, what is s of -5? So it will get to know that whenever you have provided a negative value, then the interpreter start looking in this direction. And now it's a 5. That means -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. It's m. Okay, in the same way, so this is how indexing. So indexing means what? In a string, there are a group of n number of characters, but I wanted to know at this particular location which character is placed. At a specific location, if you want to get the data, then with the help of indexing, we can do that. So how the indexing will work? How the indexing will be implemented? With the help of square brackets, we can represent our indexing calling, and inside a square brackets, we have to specify the actual index value that we are looking for. So now, this is how our indexing works. Now, in the same way, we have a slicing. Now, slicing means what? A piece. Let's say I want a piece from this. So you have a complete string s. With the help of indexing, you were able to access a character at a specific location. But now, what I want to do is, I want to have a group of, instead of having a single character, instead of having a specific character, now I want to access few characters. From few means what? If you are saying few, it will be more than one, or it might be a single also. It can be more n number of characters. But from which point to which point you are trying to access, we have to intimate the interpreter. Hey interpreter, from this P to next P, I want this group. Hey interpreter, from this H to next G, I want these characters. From this N to next N, I want this group of. So whatever the portion you want, we can ask to the interpreter, and the interpreter will provide us the data. So how to ask? So with the help of slicing, we have to implement that. So even the slicing also will be represented with the help of the same square brackets, whichever we have used earlier. Now, as we discussed, in the slicing, we will be having major 3 fields. One is the start, one is the stop, and the one is the step. So nothing but see, when you practically think about this, slicing means what? I want this portion. When you are asking like this piece, so where to start, where to end? So obviously we have to specify the starting value and ending value. That's it. So now so like, hey interpreter, I want index number 1 to index number 8. So it will start from index number 1. So we discussed that this first will be like index number 0, and this will be like index number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is 8. But when you ask the interpreter 1 to 8, it will give you till 7. Why? Because whatever the number that you are providing in the place of stop, this is indicates the starting point, this is indicates the ending point. Whatever the value that you are specifying in the place of ending, what it will do is it will just reduce a 1 from that. That means it will do a -1 to that. Whatever the end value you are giving, it will do -1 to that. If you are giving 100, it will give till 99. If you are giving 300, it will give, if you are giving 300, it will give till 299. If you are giving 10, till 9. So now in this case, we are giving 8. It will give you till 7. And why it is doing a -1 to that, we have already discussed. Because the negative indexing start from 0. So that's the reason it does a -1 to that. So after doing a slicing, this is what the data that interpreter will be providing to this operation. So this is what we have discussed in the last session. Yes or no? Till this point we have discussed, right? We have discussed about indexing, we have discussed about native indexing, and we have discussed about the slicing like start and stop. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now we are about to discuss the step. So as we discussed, right? What happened? Yeah, as we discussed, right? So when you create a string s equals to rav, let me take python python programming, programming. Okay, so let's say I'm taking a Python programming. This is a string. Okay, so now when we have discussed about slicing, so we have discussed that in slicing we will be having a 3 fields. One is a s, the first one. Second is also s. The third one is also s. The first s is nothing but start, where I want to start. The second s is nothing but stop, where I want to stop this. The third s is nothing but step, where I want to, how I want to travel. So now in the last example we have discussed, right? For example, I am giving like 1 to 9 something. So I am providing the start value, this one, and I'm providing the stop value, this one. But in this example, I have not indicated the step value because this is optional. Optional means you can provide or you can skip this particular part. If you are not providing, then this will look like this. I'm just giving only start and only stop, but I am not providing step. In this case, what will happen is, even though you are not providing the step value, but it will take the interpreter, it will replace here some default value. By default, it will take one value. That value is nothing but 1. So the default value of a step is 1. If you are mentioning, it will take whatever you are mentioning. If you are not mentioning, like this in this example. So here in this example, we are not providing any value for the step part. Then internally inside, what the interpreter do is, it will convert this line to s of 1 to 9 colon 1. It will replace like this. Because here we are not providing any value for step. If you are not providing any value, then the interpreter, it will replace it with a default value. It will take the default value. Or else, if you are providing like this, I'm providing, I want to go 1 to 9, but I'm giving like a 2. I'm giving like a 2, then now what it will do is, I want to start from index number 1 and I want to go to index number 9. But what is this 2? Now if you are mentioning 2, then what will happen? What is the meaning of this 2? Here we have not mentioned, so it worked properly. But here we have mentioned some step. If you are mentioning the step value, then how the interpreter will take this and how it will process the data and how, what answer it will be giving. We'll discuss on this now. So the meaning of this step is nothing but simple. See, these are a lot of houses. See, assume that this is one colony. So in this colony, this is one house. This is next house in this colony. Now what you're asking is from house number 1 to house number 9. Let's say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 9. But if you give 9, it will take 6, 7, 8 only. That means from house this Y to house R, it has to provide the data. But here you have mentioned 2. So the meaning of 2 is from house number 1 to house number 8, I don't want every house. I want every second house. The meaning of 2 means I want every second house. That means if I start from Y, first it will give the answer as Y here. Then the second, then the second house from this is. So if you start from here, the second house will be H. Yes or no? If you start from Y, what will be the second house? This is next house. This is next house. But I don't want next house. Because here I have mentioned 2. That means every second element. I want to start from Y. From here, every second element. That means next element will be H. It will take H. From this, then again next element. What is the next element? Again second element. From here, second element is what? This one. We'll get N. Next second element, that is P. So this is the starting value. This is the ending value. Within this range, every second element, that means Y will be the first one. Next you'll get the second item is H. Next the second item is N. Next the second item is P. That's it. So this is the answer you will be getting. Did you understand the step?
Yes, sir.
See, step means what? I want every second element. If I am mentioning 3, that means I want every third item. Let's say I'm giving, I want to start from 0. I want to go till some 15. So 0 means this one. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So if you are giving 15 means it will take till 15. Sorry, 14. That means from P to M I want. So this is where you want to start and this is where you want to stop. Within this start and stop, how you want the data? I want every third item. So first start from P. That means it will take first P. Next, after P, which one you have to take? Do we need to take Y? No. Then if you are starting from P, then we have to take every third item. That means if this is the first item, the third item will be this one. Again from this, the third item will be space. Again from this, the third item will be O. Again from this, the third item will be A. So next third item what? There is no third item because M is our ending value. If this is our ending value, so till here only, because after this, it is not possible to get the third item. So till A only you will get it. Because you have mentioned 3. The meaning of 3 means wherever you are starting, till whatever the point you are stopping, in that start value and stop value, I want every third item. So first start from P. So why need to start from P? Because the starting value it is mentioned as P. 0. So 0 means this one, index number. So start with P, take the third item. So this is the third item. From here, next third item. This space is the next third item. From here, next third item. O is the next third item. From here, next third item. A will be the next third item. This is how. If you are giving 4, every fourth item. If you are giving 5, every fifth item. So whichever the number you are giving, that item I want it. Let me know, guys, is it clear to you or not? Where is the string is ending? This is a string. Now, if I ask the interpreter, hey interpreter, z of -9, then what will be the answer? Z of, sorry?
I, sir.
Yeah, so if you are giving a negative number, that means you are trying to access in this direction. If you are trying to access in this direction, then the indexing will start from -1. This will be -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, and this will be -9. Yes, you're on track. Now let's say I have given like this, z of, I want to start from, or let me do like this. How many, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I ask z of 32, sorry, z of 32.
P, sir. P, sir.
Sorry, P.
P, sir. P.
Which P? This one. Which P it will be?
Programming language P. Last one.
This P.
Last but one. Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir. I'm sure.
So the indexing will start from 0, right? This is 0. This is 1, 2, 3. Every cat, right? So this is 0. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. This is 31. This is 32.
Yes, sir. Yes.
It's L.
L.
Okay, just count a mistake. Okay, that's fine. So now if I ask the interpreter, hey interpreter, z of 0, then Sumalata,
C, sir.
C.
C.
Correct. You're on track. Now if I ask the interpreter, hey, what is 67?
There is no error. No error, sir.
So what is that error? So you are saying that it's error. What is that error? So why you will get error?
There is no that much of length, sir.
There is no that much of length. Exactly. So what happens is, now we have created this string, right? So if you are creating this string, so how this will be stored in the Excel sheet? Each box, each character, right? C in one box, comma in one box, again C in one box. So all these boxes are under the control. Okay, so how many boxes will be there? Maximum 32. Okay, so till 32 only Z will be having control. If you're asking 67, but there is no that many boxes under the control of Z. Z is only responsible till 32. Till this particular point he can, but there is no such value inside Z. That's why you will get index out of range. That means whatever the index number that you have provided, it is out of range. The range is still only 32. You have exceeded that number. You have crossed the limit. So the limit is 0 to 32. But you're asking behind that, not only 67. If any one value that behind 32 you're asking, everything will be like index out of error. If you ask 33 also, you'll get error. Index out of range. So this is the most important point that you have to remember. You have to remember this error. The name of this error is index out of range. Whenever in future, if you're doing something, if you've got some issues, like you're writing some program, and when you run the program, you found this error, then you have to understand that wherever you're calling like this, in that means there you are placing some wrong index number. That's why you are getting this error. You have to remember this error. Okay, clear, right? Index out of range, we got it. Now let me know what will be the answer of 1 to 10. Head of 1 to 10. Mm-hmm.
Sir, comma to A, sir.
Here to here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, from 1 to 10. So 10, if you go in 10, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So till 9 you will get it, because whatever the number that you are providing, it will do -1 to that. I hope everybody is clear in this particular concept. Now let me go bit complex. So these are base fundamental level, whatever we have discussed. Now I'm just giving a question that might be difficult for you. Let's give a try. If I am mentioning like this, now tell me what will be the answer. Here guys, so what will be the answer here? What you are thinking? What you are thinking? It will be error, it is not possible, or it is correct. If it is correct, then how, what, etc., etc. questions. Mm-hmm.
Error, sir.
Error. So you are thinking that it will be error.
Yes, sir.
Reason? For what purpose you are thinking error?
Syntax సరిగ్గా ఇవ్వలేదు sir.
సో సింటాక్స్ సరిగ్గా ఇవ్వదంటే ఎక్కడ? మనం బ్రాకెట్ స్టార్ట్ చేసాం, బ్రాకెట్ పెట్టాము, జెడ్ పెట్టాము, నెంబర్ పెట్టాము, ఎక్కడ తప్పు అనిపిస్తుంది మీకు? వేర్ యూ ఆర్ ఫీలింగ్ దట్ వీ హ్యావ్ నాట్ గివెన్ సంథింగ్? Here we are not providing any number. There you are feeling something.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you are thinking it will be error because you have not mentioned the number. Okay, may I know your name? Who?
There is no starting string line number. Error.
Correct. Error అని వస్తుంది. Okay. What about Dikshita?
Error, sir.
Okay. Okay. I'll just give one example on this. So let's say you have taken one string, Python programming, right? So you have taken this string. So if you are giving a string like this, how it will be stored inside? So this will be P, Y, T, H, O, N, space, E, R, R, O, G, R, A, M, M, I, N, G. So this is how a Python programming string will be stored, right? Okay, so this is how it will be stored in system. Now assume that this is nothing but one colony. Okay, one colony. So you might have seen about colonies, right? So in colonies, like in gullies, we have a different houses, right? So assume that colony start from here. This is the first house of the colony, and this is the last house of the colony. Now what happens is, this is the entry of the colony, entry gate. This is the ending of the colony. This is a compound wall here. So now what happened is, due to COVID, the government has advised to provide vaccination. Guys, are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now what happens? Every house has a house number, right? So let's say this house number is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, this is 16, this is 17. So these are the house numbers in the colony. Now what happened is, there is one team. The team name is vaccination team. Now government had ordered that, hey team, go to this colony. Not only like this colonies, there are a lot of colonies. So this is one of the example of one colonies. So what you have to do is, let's say this colony name is something like S. One variable, we have taken one variable, we call it as this colony name is S. Now the government have ordered that you have to start the vaccination from house number 1 to house number let's say 15. Okay, this is how they have given. Okay, let's say they have given that you have to do the vaccination inside this colony from house number 1 to house number 15. You have to do the vaccination. But what the condition is, whatever the house number they are mentioning, so till one house before they have to do it. That means they will start from house number 1, they will do till this particular point. So these many houses, they have to do the vaccination. So first they will go here, they will do the vaccination for this house. Next they will go here, they will do the vaccination for this house. Okay, so next they will go this house, vaccination, this house, vaccination, 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 vaccination. So this how they will do the vaccination. So let's say if the government has ordered them like this, do the vaccination to this colony from house number 1 to house number 15, step 2. Step 2 is given. So what is the meaning of step 2? You have to provide the vaccination to this colony. That is a job. Then to whom we have to provide? Do we need to provide every house? No. We don't want to provide every house vaccination because we have a limited stuff. So what they have done, start from house number 1, this one, go to house number till 15. That means from 1 to 14 we have to provide. So this is our target. We have to start from house number 1. We have to go till house number 2. But the condition is that within this range, what is the range? From 1 to 14. This is the range. In this range, we have to provide the vaccination, not for every house, every second house. That means I will start from this house. So I will do vaccination, this house. So I don't want to do the next house. Next house, we cannot do vaccination because here it is mentioned every second house. Every second house means if you are starting from here, second house, the next second house will be this one. We have to do vaccination. Next, the second house. He is the second house, vaccination. Next second house, he is the vaccination. Next second house, he is the vaccination. Next second house, here we have to do vaccination. Next second house, this one. So within this range, this is the last. After doing vaccination here, next second house is not there because this is the last. So till this point, there is no next second house. So we have to stop it here only. So this is how the vaccination will be done in this case. Now let's say there is one more case. The government has given that like this. They have given like this. What they have given? There is a colony whose name is S, and here you have to do vaccination. Now the vaccination team came here. So before doing a vaccination, they will set up all the tools and equipments. Now they will open the sheet, the charge sheet. So once they open the charge sheet, they found that this is the vaccination document. The colony name is yes. So this is the colony name, yes. So now we have to start from where? It's a blank. It's a blank. Okay, they are not able to understand where to start. What is the last house? 15. That means where is the 15 house? This is the 15 house. If you are giving 15 means till 14 we have to do. So that means this is the last house. But what is the first house? Where we have to start? Did they mention here where to start? No. Then what the vaccination team will do is, there is not specified. They have not intimated where to start. Then they will start from starting. Because they have not specified where to start, right? So they will start from 0 till 14. Got the point?
Yes,
they have
sir.
not mentioned from which house to start. So if you are not mentioning, then first house. This is a colony, right? They are in entry. So they will start from the beginning. They will do the vaccination. Till which point? Whatever the point they have mentioned. So if you are not providing the starting value or ending value, it doesn't matter. It will not give error. If you are not providing, then it will start from the beginning. So from the beginning to 25th element, you get like this. The same way, you have mentioned from second, but you have not mentioned the ending. That means you are mentioning that start from second value. That means this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. Start from here, but what is the ending point? So this example, same. There is a S mentioning that start from 3, but there is no end value mentioned. That means what it will do is start from the house number 3. And what is the ending value? There is no ending value. Then do the vaccination for everybody. Do the vaccination for everybody. Last house. Here. This point to everything. Entire string from second to. Okay? Clear? Does this example helps you anything, or it's like a not useful?
Yes, sir. Helpful, sir.
Okay. Anybody has any questions regarding this? So is it easy or difficult? Dikshita, Sirisha, Sumalata, you're feeling it's easy or you're feeling it's difficult?
First difficult, sir. After example, we are clear, sir.
Okay. So now it's clear, right? It's easy to understand, right? Nothing. See, no need to do rocket science here, right? You're not doing experimental. You're not inventing new rocket. Simple, right? In this Z, from second to you're not mentioning. If you're not mentioning everything, from where to start, you're not mentioning. Then it will start from the beginning. But till where you're giving. So whenever you're not specifying, it will take from the beginning. In the ending also, if you're not mentioning, then it will take everything. Simple. Okay. Now let me know it is easy or difficult to you. Shirisha?
Easy, sir.
Okay. Dikshita?
Easy, sir.
Sumalata?
Easy, sir.
Okay. Everybody, you're feeling that easy. Now I will ask one more difficult question then. So, what if I do like this? Now tell me. So before this is a Z. Now Z of I am giving colon 2. Now tell me what will happen. So forgot about answer. What is the meaning of this one? At least try to tell me how it will give you. So if you're not able to understand, go to this example always. There is a colony. They are giving a vaccination. So you have given like this. Yes, colon. You have given 3 or something. Okay. Now what happened? So where to start? You have not provided. If you are not providing where to start, then where it will start? If you are not providing where to start, then from which point it will start?
Second, sir. Third, sir.
Oh my god, not this example. I am talking about this one. About all this. You are not providing where to start. If you are not providing where to start, then from where it will start? ఎక్కడి నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అవ్వాలి అనేది మనం ప్రొవైడ్ చేయకపోతే ఎక్కడి నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది? Beginning. From starting point. Till which point I am not mentioning? Then till which point it will give me?
3.
Why 3? See, there are not an end. See, starting value is empty. Ending value is empty. This is step value. This is not a stop. There are 3 fields, right? First is start. Then in the middle, stop. This is step. So for start, you have not mentioned. For stop, you have not mentioned. That means start from the beginning and go till ending. Because you have not mentioned, right? Start and stop. So from beginning to ending. But I don't want everything. I want every third character. So start from this. Third character is this one. Next third character is this one. Next third character is this one. Next third character is, if 9 is the one, next third character is 12. Next third character, this is 12. So next third character is 15. It will do like this. Okay? Did you understand the point? Here you have not mentioned where to start. It will start from here. You have not mentioned till which point you want it. So if you are not mentioning, it will give you everything. That means from starting to ending, everything it will give you. But again, it has to check this also. There is 2. That means I don't want every element, every second element. Start from this. Next second element is this one. Next second element is this one. Next second element is this one. Next second element, this one. So in that way, from here to here, it will give you. Understand clear? Guys, let me know if you're not able to understand. Do you have any doubts here in this? Anybody has any question? Dikshita, Shirisha, Sumalata.
No, sir.
Okay. Now let me give you a bit more difficult question. Now tell me what will be the answer.
Same thing, but we will come in reverse.
Same thing.
We will come in reverse, like LP. I guess it will come from reverse.
Why it will come in reverse?
Because we took a negative now.
Where we have took negative?
Or in step.
If you do negative in step, what will happen?
No.
See, listen. First, go as per the rules.
Yes.
There is any starting value you have mentioned?
No, sir.
So
No,
from what is the starting point?
Everything will come from starting onwards.
This one.
Yes.
So till which point we have to go?
Till the end.
Till then, because we have not specified means it will go till last. So what is this -2 means?
Minus means, I guess minus means will come from reverse.
If reverse means, from where it will start?
From L to LP or reverse.
You are correct. So the point we have to remember here is, listen carefully guys, everybody. See, here it's not a rocket science, simple. Now what you are specifying, when you provide this in this particular way to the interpreter, you are mentioning that, hey interpreter, in the Z, there are a lot of characters. Do one thing, pull me some characters which are from index number 1 to index number 10. But in them, I want every third character. That's it. This is the meaning. Now let's say you have not specified where to start, where to end. Now let's say you have mentioned -1 like this. So always remember guys, in case of step, so step means what? How you want to go, how you want to travel. You want to travel every house or every second house or every third house, or we can say step is nothing but skipping. How many houses you want to skip? Okay, how many houses you want to skip? So you want to skip every house, or if you want to have this 2 house you want to skip, however you want to, like a traveling, jumping. How to jump from 0 to next jump, like jumping you are going. But how you are going, that is important. You are jumping, correct. You are jumping from 2 houses, from there to again next 2 houses. But how you are jumping? If you are providing a positive number, then it will start from here, it will jump in this direction, forward direction. If you are giving a positive number in case of step, listen carefully. Listen carefully. I am talking about step. So there will be a start, there will be a stop, and there will be a step. So now I am focusing on step part, not the start part, not the stop part. I am focusing on the step part. In case of step, if you are giving any negative number, that means you are intimating the interpreter, I want in reverse direction. So step, it's not only how to travel, like not only about jumping, not only about skipping, but also the direction. The 2 points that we have to remember in case of step. Step, first is jumping. Start from 0, jump to third, next jump to third, next jump to third. That is fine. So that will be decided by step value. But if that value is negative, then you are intimating the interpreter you have to travel. The direction should be in this particular way. You are jumping, it's fine. You can jump like this. Whatever the jumps you are doing, you have to start from here in this direction. So how does the interpreter know if you are providing negative number to where? To the step concept. You can provide here negative number. That doesn't matter. That is a different case. We will discuss about that later. But I am discussing about step. If you are providing a negative number to the step, then the interpreter will assume that you have to travel in this direction. Now, what you have given? You have given blank. Where to start? You have not given. Where to stop? You have not given. But you have given a minus. First, it will look at this negative symbol. Then immediately, it will start from this particular point. That means the interpreter knows that in case of step, if there is any negative sign, then direction has to be go like this. Now what it will do is, now check. When the direction is like this, now what is the starting value? Empty. What is the ending value? Empty. That means direction has been designed that you have to go in this direction. In this direction, there is no starting value, there is no ending value. That means it will make this as a starting, it will make this as an ending. Now, -1, that means every element. If it is -1 means every element. First start from this house, immediately next house, then next house, then next house, then next house. So from here to here, everything you will get it. If you are giving -2, then what will happen? Same thing. You have not specified start, where to start. You have not specified where to stop. But here, there is a negative sign in case of step. In case of step, if there is a negative sign, that means you have to travel like this in reverse direction. Now in reverse direction, how you want it? Now go here again. So first what the interpreter will do is, first it will look at the step value, whether it is a negative value or a positive value. Based upon that, it will decide the direction, how to move. Now let's say first in the beginning, it look at this step. It found there is a negative value. That means immediately it will check the direction as like this. First it has to check the direction. Now the direction got set. It's a reverse direction. Okay. In reverse direction, where to start, where to stop. So where to start, not mentioned. Where to stop, not mentioned. Then what it will do? In reverse direction, if where to start not mentioned, this will become as a starting point. Where to stop is not mentioned, then this will become as a stopping point. So now, while going starting and stopping, from starting point to ending point, reverse direction, how you want the jumping every second element. That means start here, go to here in reverse direction, every second element. That means first take this one, next second element, 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 this one. So everything is same, but only things that we have to remember is negative sign. If it is a positive sign, what will happen? The interpreter will think like this. There is a positive number in case of step. That means now the direction has to set like this. You have to go in forward direction. Okay. In this forward direction, what is the starting? What is the ending? There is no starting. There is no ending. Then where to start? We have to start from here. Where to stop? We have to stop from here. So in between starting and stopping, how we have to go? Jumping. Where is it? 2. That means every second house. So first start from here. Next second house is this one. Next second house, this one. Next second house, this one. Next second house, this one. Till this point. So this is how it will be. Anybody has any questions in this? Any questions, guys? Yeah, step can also be blank. That's what, right? So here, initially, here you are not mentioning, right? In this case, you have not mentioned. If you are not mentioning the step, then it will use a default value. The default value will be this one. You can mention like this. There is no use, right? See, even if you mention, it is the same meaning. This was the same meaning, right? Start, stop, step also you are skipping. That was this one, right? Here, if you want to skip, if you don't want to mention the step value, you can remove this part. That means what? We are not specifying. Then what it will do? It will start from beginning. It will go till ending. But how want to go? You have not mentioned. Then it will use the default. Default will be inside in interpreter. It will consider like this. 1 means what? Every house. 2 means every second house. 3 means every third house.
Every third house. Okay, sir.